You said this earlier in the interview. You spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos. You put some
Yeah.
effort into learning, and you guys gave me great advice. Luckily, I met you guys in the gym, and you personally would watch me correct my form, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I didn't go hurt myself again in deadlift as I did years previously. Hurt my lower back.
Yeah.
Did you similarly get help from other people who could say, hey, tweak this, tweak that? Or did you just pretty much do it on your own, would you say?
Back when I started in high school, I was probably one of like two people, me and like one other person in like the entire school that actually like worked out.
Okay.
So I didn't like, none of my friends really worked out at all. So I was like, kind of like a lone wolf in that sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So I kind of took it upon myself to really do the research and do some digging on like, you know, the best training programs, the best methods here and there. And it took a lot of trial and error, but this was like years ago. I guess like now kind of like the whole like bodybuilding industry kind of took off since then. And basically like every kid in high school is working out now. So it's like, it's definitely a different story. But yeah, going back to your question, I definitely didn't really have anyone that like, you know, there to like teach me and coach me. You know, I never had a personal trainer. I kind of like just like learned on my own. I definitely recommend, well, you don't really need someone to, you know, coach you. I know everyone like we're like drowning in information on the internet, you know, you can find anything. So it's just a matter of you like taking the time to actually do your digging and do your due diligence and researching on pretty much everything. So, but if you don't have the time to do that, if you don't want to do it and you just want to like have someone like coach you, I mean, like by all means, you can do that too. Just make sure they're like a reputable person and not just some like random guy on the internet that looks good and, you know, has no certifications or anything or like to their name. So just because they look good doesn't mean that they're necessarily like a good coach, you know. But yeah, I definitely I did all my learning kind of on my own, and would a mentor or like a coach might have helped me when I was younger? Yeah, for sure. But, you know, I definitely went through a lot and learned a lot since then. And, you know, I got to where I am basically on my own. So, yeah.
Oh, very, very impressive. And you raised a good point where you said, don't assume because the person looks great that they know what they're talking about. Because there are a lot of people who look fabulous. If they could go back in time and coach themselves, they couldn't coach themselves. You know, somebody told them what to do, or they just got lucky, or they got great genetics, or what have you. But they can't impart knowledge.
Even the most popular like powerlifters or even bodybuilders, they all need coaches too. Like they don't do it on their own. You know, I definitely could have benefited for someone coaching me, but I just didn't. But I mean, I'm not really a competitor. I'm not like competing in anything, so I don't really like say like I wasn't like necessary for me. But I'm sure it's helpful.
Yeah. I mean, you personally helped me. I distinctly remember we started deadlifting, and I think you guys started with like just 10 pounds on each side. So nothing. And we finished the session with 135 pounds. And I remember you said it's light for me. I was like, how do you do? Because then you said, well, you're gently putting on weight, like you're afraid to hurt the weights or something. And I always remember that because I was like, man, this is the value of having somebody who knows what the hell they're doing watching me. Because I joke with people, I would squat their death because I'm on the adult supervision, which is ironic since you're younger than me. Like everybody there is much younger than me, but I'm on the adult supervision.
Sure.
I would take text, I would take pictures of myself or send you the video, and you'd be like, oh yeah, you're this, you're that, you know, tweet this, tweet that.